The moment your home speaks to you. She walked into the living room and looked around. Everything seemed in place, cushions neatly arranged, furniture spotless, and a faint scent of lavender in the air. And yet, something felt off. There was a quiet discomfort, as if the room was whispering a story of weight and accumulation. She took a deep breath and thought, why don't I feel peaceful here, even when everything looks fine? Have you ever felt this way? Often, we believe that having everything in order is enough to create a welcoming space. However, there are things we accumulate without realizing it that carry an invisible weight. These objects may seem harmless, but over time, they take up not only physical space, but also our mental and emotional energy. Here's something interesting. The secret to a lighter home isn't adding more. It's learning to let go of what no longer holds meaning. This doesn't mean getting rid of everything, but rather recognizing what deserves to remain part of your story and what has already served its purpose. Did you know there are 5 common types of objects we often hold on to that could be blocking your home's peace and serenity? Today, we'll discover together what those items are and why letting them go can be the first step toward transforming your home into a true sanctuary of tranquility. Because in the end, a peaceful home isn't just tidy, it's free from the burdens that no longer belong to your journey. Clothes you no longer wear. A closet full of old stories. She opened her closet and stood still for a moment. There they were. Dresses she hadn't worn in years, coats from past seasons, and even that blouse she swore she'd wear again one day. But even though all those pieces held memories, the question was inevitable. Do they still fit into my life today? Clothes we keep without purpose often represent old chapters of our journey. They are pieces of past versions of ourselves that for some reason we hesitate to let go of. However, when we hold on to clothes we no longer wear, we take up physical and mental space, blocking the flow of new experiences. Letting go begins with a simple reflection. Look at each piece and ask yourself, does this still represent who I am today? If the answer is no, it may be time to thank the item and let it go. Donating clothes is not just an act of charity, it's an act of self-care. A signal that we are ready to free ourselves from the weight of the past and make room for a new phase. Keeping only the clothes we love and wear isn't just about organization. It's a visual reminder of lightness and authenticity. A closet with empty space also reflects an internal sense of freedom, symbolizing that we are ready to live fully in the present. Gifts without meaning and mementos from difficult times. She picked up that picture frame she received as a birthday gift years ago. It held no emotional connection, yet she kept it because it was a gift. How many things do we keep out of a sense of obligation? Gifts without relevance or reminders of challenging periods can become symbols of memories that no longer need to occupy space in our homes and minds. In Buddhism, detachment involves recognizing that not all items need to be kept just because someone gave them to us. Keeping objects without meaning becomes an invisible burden. Another common item is souvenirs from trips or difficult phases that we keep out of habit. But it's important to remember, not every memory needs to be an object. True remembrance lives in our hearts and in who we've become. The essential question is, does this item still bring me joy, or is it here out of convention? By letting go of these pieces, we create room for lighter memories and cultivate spaces filled with positive energy. Outdated electronics and gadgets. Technology that accumulates more than it provides. She opened the office drawer and found a tangle of old cables, an outdated phone, and even a remote control for a device that no longer existed. All of it was kept just in case. But the truth is, many of these gadgets and tech accessories had long lost their purpose, yet they continued to take up physical and mental space. Technological advancements often prompt us to replace devices with newer versions. However, the Habit of holding on to outdated electronics creates clutter that not only fills our homes, but also feeds into a scarcity mindset. What if I need this someday? In Buddhism, the practice of mindfulness teaches us to live in the present moment. When we keep items we no longer use, we're unconsciously holding on to the past or projecting a future that may never come. Start by asking, does this item still work or have a real purpose? If not, consider disposing of it responsibly by recycling or donating accessories that are still functional. By letting go of these items, we not only organize our space, but also reinforce the belief that we have enough and can handle the future with ease. Remember, fewer outdated gadgets mean more room for what truly matters. Letting go of obsolete objects serves as a symbolic reminder that life's flow should be light and free of unnecessary burdens. Decorations without meaning, beauty or invisible weight? Take a look around your home. Are there paintings, vases, or decorative objects that you keep just out of habit but that no longer hold any meaning for you? Often we leave old decorations in place without realizing that they may carry memories or emotions that no longer belong to our present. In Buddhism, everything in our surroundings should have a purpose and convey harmony. A space filled with decorative items that lack emotional connection can create visual noise that disturbs our inner peace. Ask yourself, does this decoration still bring me joy or meaning? If not, consider refreshing the space with items that resonate with who you are today, or enjoy the beauty of an open, clear space. Sometimes, less really is more. Relics of unfinished projects. Symbols of interrupted tasks. Do you have a craft project you started but never finished? Or supplies for a hobby that ended up forgotten in a corner? Keeping items related to unfinished projects can serve as a constant reminder of things left undone, creating a mental weight that often goes unnoticed. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on your interests. It means recognizing the right time to move on. If the project no longer feels meaningful, donate the supplies to someone who can use them. If you still want to complete it, create a plan and set aside a specific space for it, so it doesn't occupy your energy in an unorganized way. By releasing these items, you're clearing not only physical space, but also the invisible list of pending tasks in your mind. The act of finishing or letting go is one of the greatest forms of self-care. A free space for your inner peace. In the end, our home is not just a collection of walls and furniture. It's a reflection of our choices, memories, and often what we choose to keep or let go of. When we observe the objects around us, we realize they can either tell stories or simply take up space without purpose. Letting go of what no longer makes sense is an act of courage and self-compassion. It's about acknowledging that the past has fulfilled its role and that making room doesn't mean loss, it means welcoming the new. Every item we release carries a silent message to the universe. I'm ready for something better. Remember that a harmonious home isn't the one with the most things. It's the one that reflects who you are today. Organizing, donating, and releasing isn't just a physical process. It's an emotional and spiritual journey. Every empty space becomes an opportunity for renewal, an invitation for serenity and balance to enter and stay. So look around with care and ask yourself, does this space reflect the calm I seek? If not, start with a small gesture today. Donate, rearrange, and allow yourself to rewrite the energy of your home. Because by creating a lighter environment, you're truly paving a clearer path to your own peace.